of the ESL Pro League Season 8 Finals in Odense. To deliver it to you is going to be Harry and Hugo. Take it away, fellas.
Yeah, thank you very much, Trace. mousesports versus Renegades, about to get underway. Let's kick the tires, let's light the fires, let's get into this one. Cash is going to be this first map. Hugo. Oh, it's going to be fun. It's the rematch from IEM Sydney. And while Renegades, their roster might have changed a bit early on, we can see the boys going to be sending 4 players over here in toward main. Even that man over in Squeaky in the formerly as mousesports going to start to peek on in and try and find something. Gratisfaction is going to be there to open things up. Sunny, oh, good start from him. 2 quick kills do come through, but the trades are there. The trades are here, and Liaz is the man providing them. Suddenly, it's only Rops left up in a 1v3.
Yeah, surely this one's not going to be easy for him. No kit in his hand, only armor. And they know he's come from that B rotate as well, so already spamming the truck ball. He gets tagged, and Liaz finishes it off. 3 kills from the young gun on Renegades. And you can see already mousesports trying to flex their muscles, trying to get aggressive in that CT side, pushing to main. But Renegades, they're going to be taking the pistol round, Harry. They're going to be starting things off on their map pick. And, well, considering we want 3 maps here for this quarterfinal, that's exactly how things should go.
Oh, we definitely do. I mean, I've been a big fan of this Renegades roster for a while. Then they made the change, getting rid of Eusto, getting rid of Nifty, bringing in the 2 now young guns, Gratisfaction and Liaz. And they've looked great, but for me, and as Chad was kind of highlighting on the desk, it's JKS with a tournament-topping performance thus far. That is monumental. Jacob, he's the man to open this round up. The Norwegian going to be the man securing the advantage of this round for Renegades. Lots of presence down here in mid. They managed to take control early on, and no one from our sports are really in a position to answer back. You do have Sunny lying in wait over here toward the towards Z, but he's not peeking into this. He's just going to bide his time. There's plenty of time here for Renegades, and they've got a critical foothold of this map. Their options are open. And keep your eye on Jacob. He's up in the vents. He's securing this B bomb site.
And their pressure up highway is forced to rotate off of B. That's going to allow things to go swimmingly for Renegades. They pop through the vents. They open up towards the empty bomb site. And just like that, that's almost a guaranteed round for Renegades. Very, very well played. Very safe against the force buy of mousesports, because 5 rifles in that second round is a bit of a risk. Obviously, when you go into that buy in the third, you know mousesports are going to be armed to the teeth if they did eco, but luckily enough for Renegades, they're going to have 2 anti-ecos to deal with. Sunny as fully forced, and they've already guaranteed the round. mousesports just looking to hold on to what little they have. Scout, Deagle, armor, and Renegades should get out of this one without any casualties.
Yeah, I mean, likewise for mousesports, they're going to be keeping 4 players up, so they have another shot into this next round to, cobble a bit more around this, try and find something. You still have Chris J with that scout, and that's a pretty terrifying prospect. We know that, prolifically, he kind of is that the scout player when you think about them in CSGO, so he's still going to have a chance to do damage in the next round. Renegades keeping 5 alive. Second round cemented, and good start here from the Aussies. What are they going to do around this? Are we going to see maybe some armor purchased up? You can kind of dote on the idea of going for that buy. You imagine they will, right? You keep the deeks, you keep the weapons. You have a chance here to do some damage the way of the Renegades.
Not all of them can buy, though, Harry. We have Oscar saving for that first buy round AWP, and that is such a threat for Renegades to deal with. He's going to have that in the upcoming round, but for now, again, it's just those pistols. Stack up in the connector. Bit of an interesting approach. Double boost coming through. We've got that scout in position to take some damage, but Renegades, again, they're going for the safe creep into B, not overwhelming mousesports in middle. They're going to get another free bomb site and technically another free round if they play their cards right. But look at this rotation from mousesports. This could be very well timed. Renegades haven't worked out that this bomb site has been completely empty the entire time, and they'll spot 2 in the CT spawn. If they can get a smoke down there, Renegades might have the site once again. And just like that, they've realized it. mousesports have no one here, and the CT side, they're going to be buying up next round anyway. So they can go for this. They can try and do some damage, but by and large, we shouldn't be expecting much here from mousesports.
Yeah, we shouldn't really be expecting anything at all. Renegades, they are going to be allowed to get this bomb down. It's going to get planted over towards team A, and now with Jacob as well, pouncing on it in through the back. He's going to miss that shot, so now they know he's here. Doesn't want to risk really giving too much away. He definitely has more to lose than the mousesports boys do, and Rob's still on this long flank. Back towards main. Renegades will be picking up a third round here regardless. It's just a question of how clean can they keep it. There's Rops on that pincer, does manage to delete Jacob, so they take Igalil with them out of this round. They're going to have a little bit more into that bye in round number 4. 3-0 start for Renegades. That's what you want to see on their map pick. Now we get to see the answer back, the response from mousesports. And they're going to have all the bells and whistles to go alongside it. We're allowed to see that AWP come out straight away. It's thanks to Oscar saving the money for it.
And that got a little bit dangerous for Renegades after the round, but they still get away with 3 guns, and that's what's important. Upgrades can come in, and I want to see if we can see this AWP straight into the hands of Gratisfaction. He's got the money for it, and we know that Oscar will be pulling his in. You can see the hesitation on the buy from Gratisfaction, definitely considering this option. But on the flip side, if you know you pull in 5 rifles and you know mousesports are going to run their own AWP, if you win that round, you get a free upgrade there. And it's such an expensive gun to buy, it can really cripple your economy if mousesports manage to get a clean round. But short tactical pause, just to work out how they want to approach this upcoming buy. Obviously, if Renegades can get this first buy round, that can skyrocket them to maybe a 5-0 start on the T side of their map pick. But they've got to get past mousesports' buy round first, and that's easier said than done.
It's a nice little stat about Jake in there as well. You can see he's been involved in the opening kill slash death in 30% of rounds. He's very much the man hunting down these entries. He's hungry to try and find the openers for Renegades. So be sure to keep your eye on him at the start of these rounds. Jacob looking to try and cause a ruckus and bring the noise. Now, Stiko's got himself the AUG. We love to see that being purchased up early on since the chains come in. And JKS, he's already been brought down very, very low in this round. Renegades, certainly not the start that they wanted. They will be slowing things down just a little bit, keeping Gratisfaction up here in main as he homes his sights down, denies any early aggression here from mousesports. Instead, going for a bit more of a mid-centric setup. You can see you have Stiko over in the vents, Rops as well, keeping an eye on mid. There's a quick rotation from Oscar, who has that AWP on the highway. He's going to be kind of flexing between the two, keeping his attention down on mid if need be, but right now he's watching the push out from Squeaky, and he might get rewarded for that because you can see there's 3 players in there, 4 Renegades, and there's Oscar. There's the double from the man. Bomb does go down. As is going to be plugging in those numbers, but it's a 3-on-5. mousesports, they've already done so much damage. Gratisfaction, the only man with any HP to his name, and he's desperately looking for something a little bit stronger than that Galil. He will be able to grab himself the AK, but really we're looking towards Gratisfaction to have a monstrous performance here. He does spot out the first man. He does manage to extinguish Sunny, but the retake is well and truly underway.
Yeah, they've still got so much so much utility to get back into this. Flashbang to pop them around the corners. The problem is the time, and the Aussies on the other side, locking down the bomb site with 2 more from Gratisfaction, and JKS will even file the final nail in the coffin. That's Renegades converting the post plant from a 3-on-5. I was saying, surely that's going to be impossible without some kind of flank to come through. mousesports really taking their time to go for the setup there, and too much time, in fact, Harry. They're forced to rush to the bomb site. No flashes behind it, and Renegades are going to pick them apart. Even though Oscar tries his best with 2 kills plus some damage to the third through the wall, it's not going to be enough to get mousesports their first round. Renegades, they might even be able to grab that AWP off of his body. And you can see they're hyped as well. 4-0 start to their map pick in a game that no one is predicting them to win. But mousesports, they want to stop this train before it even leaves the station. Double AWP coming straight into the next round.
Yeah, Stiko, he's had to take the hit, though. He doesn't have armor behind that M4, very limited in terms of utility as well. So the aim punch is going to play into this. They're using him as that probe, the first man in over here toward this B bomb site. They're trying to find an advantage over towards B, and if they had kept on going, they would have got the information that it's all clear. There is JKS still keeping an eye on it, but Renegades, they're focusing their attention down here into middle. And mousesports, they made the decision to leave this empty. In response to that, though, you can see Oscar, he's got into Squeaky, and he's got Sunny there with him. Now, Sunny is going to get picked off, but now you have Oscar in position to try and find this trade. It's Liaz, who has been just so slippery, is going to get picked up. Back into this 4-on-4 as Oscar finds the equalizer. It was him in the previous round who was the only man doing damage for mousesports. It's off to the same start in this one. 45 seconds left. Renegades starting to feel the pressure a little bit now. Have to try and come to a decision where it is that they want to head, and it looks like it's going to be into this A bomb site.
Yeah, the smoke's down for Azza. He could crawl through that. No one's watching it right now. There is Rops up on the car, but he's going to be focused on A main as Oscar's still deep at the back of the site. Azza getting through the smoke. Rops already catches him out, but Gratisfaction's found the entry in the meantime. That's dropped the CT AWP on this bomb site. And with 20 seconds left, Jacob getting a crucial flank in time. 2 frags off the back of it. The bomb plant going to be allowed over on A. And Chris J, he's disallowed from getting anything in this round. Renegades able to run away with that one. Chris J trying to find this flank player, and he does get it. That may open up the possibility of a retake, but the tag from the AWP will make things so much more difficult. Gratisfaction out-warping both Oscar and Chris in that round, and Renegades are up to 5.
And what a start it is from the Renegades boys here on Cash mousesports. They're struggling a little bit early on here. Things go that much more downhill for them now as the money has started to run low. They're going to be able to invest a little bit into this round, down to around about that $2,000 mark. They do have the max loss bonus at the very least, so they have that buffer to fall back onto. Worrying prospect is now the man, really the only man that's kind of showing up early on for this mousesports roster has been Oscar. Very reliant on him finding some success with those AWPs. We need to see just more across the board. This isn't the mousesports that we're all that used to seeing.
But they've been really impressive this tournament so far. They came straight out of the gate with a dominant game versus Ghost. They just pushed everything, took every gunfight, and just showed off their individuals. I'd love to see more of that style coming into this match. They even tore Na'Vi apart, only dropping, what, 10 rounds over a best of 3. And well, they took a close series versus MIBR. They didn't get the biscuit, and that's why they're fighting Renegades right now. And, wow, right now, Renegades are looking damn good, Harry. They've been playing very slow on this T side, very delayed, waiting for mousesports to peek into these angles, and JKS has already caught Chris J getting aggressive. He should win that duel, and he does. So now Renegades, 2-man advantage, lots of room opened up on the map, and you can already see them pressuring up mid.
Yeah, they've got a very firm foothold here, and suddenly all the pressure's going to fall onto one man who has to try and keep this round alive for mousesports. Sadly, Azza straight away on that entry, just going to delete him. So only Oscar and Sunny left standing. This round's going to be going the way of Renegades. There's no way back into this. That's going to be a 6-0 start here for the boys on their T side of Cash. Or Cash, I guess, if we want to go ahead and do them some pride. But it's a very, very slow start for mousesports, and that worries me, right? Because you think back to IEM Sydney, you think back to that big game, the 50 for Nifty match, right? He's not here anymore, obviously. We can get some action for Gratisfaction, perhaps.
And boy, has he been having a strong start to this game as well. I mean, you mentioned him, Gratisfaction, 7-1, top of the board. These two pickups actually both top fragging for Renegades. Obviously, we are early days. mousesports yet to even put any pressure on. But really nice to see the young guns of this roster shining through in such an important matchup, such a huge game for Renegades. If they can win this and head forward to the semi-finals, that would be against all odds. But right now, Harry, 6-0 up on their map pick. mousesports having to cobble together a buy. It will be that AWP straight into the hands of Oscar, and even a timeout as they go into this rifle round. Try and work out exactly how they want to approach it. Because again, when you're down like this, even though you got the max loss bonus, every round that you lose essentially is 2 because you're giving away a buy round and then the eco to follow. You do not want Renegades to be 8-0 up if you are mousesports.
No, definitely not, but they do have this tactical pause here, a bit of a chance now to try and figure this out. And I have faith, you know, they started off a little bit slow. mousesports, they're not off to the start that they'd like, but they've taken this pause. They've had a bit of a time to make sure everyone's on the same page. They have the buy here. We have the double AWP between Chris J and Oscar, and that's something that this team is so well known for. So this could be the change of pace that mousesports need to start to find something in this game.
Renegades have been playing some very slow default T-side rounds. I'd love to see them switch up the pace and go for a quick execute after that pause from mousesports. They may be expecting something similar, but let's see what Renegades bring to the table here. We've already got A main under their control. mousesports, who flashed on into it earlier in the pistol round, not going to be looking as keen, but Chris J, he'll try and take a battle outside of B. Getting aggressive with his secondary AWP and not finding anything for it. JKS doesn't want to overface. It's such a good angle for a CT AWPer if you're playing that B bomb site peeking into T main. But instead, Renegades, they'll shuffle back, they'll group up outside of A, they'll get ready for this execute. mousesports with 2 players on the receiving end. Sunny committed to the site. We've got Oscar again supporting this highway, but there's only one man coming out of Squeaky right now, and that's going to be Liaz.
Oh no, and Rops has actually just started to hedge his bets, rotate down towards his B bomb site. Luckily enough, mousesports, they've just set up for this retake into the A site. And this could spell disaster. There's only Oscar here. Sunny now has come rotating back, so they have just caught the timing on this one. Chris J down in mid along with Rops. Sunny, no, he's going to go through the smoke, and they don't know it. They don't know that Sunny's here. He could shed some light on the situation as he starts to push back around. Now, hiding in this smoke is Sunny. Oscar still causing problems. It's going to miss that no-scope, so Liaz there to shut him down. We're into this 4-on-4. Gratisfaction going to pick away one more, but they still haven't dealt with Sunny. They still haven't flushed him out. He's going to go ahead and find himself the double. He's dropped the bomb. Rop's now in with another. JKS left in the 1v3. And this man, they say that he's savage, but he's got to be feral now. Picks up the AWP, top performer of the tournament thus far. We need to see him continue that, but he's already been tagged down low. JKS time is fleeting, 10 seconds. Stiko gonna peek out and find him. So mousesports, welcome to the scoreboard, welcome to the game. They're gonna be locking in their first round.
And that push from Sunny, I mean, so well timed. You think that the noise he makes close towards main when he jumps in towards Forklift could have easily alerted Renegades to his position, but as an essential counter to that, he sneaks in through the smoke. Mind games all along from Sunny. And Oscar again finding crucial opening kills of the AWP. That's what he's known for, always getting that first pick of the round here for mousesports. And boy, does he show up once again. 1-6 here. Renegades still in with a chance of finding the reset, and that's something mousesports definitely have to be aware about. They've got the scout in play. JKS flashed into middle quick. Mid-execute for Renegades. This is the fastest pace on the T side we've seen so far, and we've even got a boost to counter it. A strong mid setup here from mousesports, but the Molotov on Stiko is going to be very problematic. He has to get smoked from the connector. A teammate does bail him out, but Jacob is going to move in. And Stiko, I mean, this is going to be a very hard position to stay alive from. That's why he's getting smoked off by his team, just to keep him alive for that little bit longer. Jacob reload will give away his position. They can take this fight. Stiko tries to go out with a flashbang, but he'll get picked off. JKS following up with another double entry, and there's only Rops in middle. He'll get picked. Oscar responds to the AWP. But now Renegades, they've got themselves into a great spot. They've opened up lots of map control. The only issue is his flank from Chris J.
Oh, and he might just catch the timing. The bomb's coming his way. He's tagged up Liaz, and Liaz has to get out of danger now. He doesn't want to risk handing this bomb over to Chris Azza on a flank of his own, and now suddenly the hunter becomes the hunted. There's Chris J getting dropped, but Oscar, he's dropped the bomb, and now there's only 40 seconds left, so Azza has to be the hero in this round. He has to try and dig deep to lock in this 7th for Renegades. Bombs down over in mid, and Azza's going on a very lengthy journey indeed. Oscar, top performer for mousesports thus far, needs 4 frags in total to cement this round. For the mousesports CT side, missed shot, and Azza's gonna find it, so the AWP carried forward, and a 7th round locked in for the boys from down under.
And that's the reset for Renegades. What a round to find it. It looked like Oscar could have pulled it back with a 1v3 after, I don't know what happened there for Renegades. They lose one man and then they commit with trying to get the trade, and they already had that B site because of the flank from Azza. Definitely didn't need to do that, but you can see Liaz got an opportunity to take a fight, and then Gratisfaction seemingly watching the connector there. But luckily enough, Azza's going to get away with it. Missed shot from Oscar. That's very uncharacteristic. mousesports certainly struggling into this early game, Harry. Not to discredit Renegades at all. They have been capitalizing on the mistakes, but we're not seeing the mousesports we usually know and love.
Robs is boosted up though. Liaz just getting out of danger in the nick of time. All 5 players from mousesports grouped up over towards this A side of the map, and they have been getting very unlucky. They take these gambles, and you know, sometimes when you gamble, you do lose it all. And mousesports, they've all in this. They're starting this rotation over, but Renegades, they're already swarming into the B bomb site. That bomb's gonna go down, and the chances are we see an 8-1 scoreline here, which is just absolutely incredible from this Renegades roster.
This is the 3rd round. Renegades have just gone for a sneak into B with no information and actually won it. So unbelievable that mousesports are getting so unlucky. They say you have to be mad to repeat the same thing that many times, but Renegades, clearly big IQ plays coming from them. B site going to be for free. mousesports have to hold on to these pistols. They did go for the 4, so it's going to be an eco in the follow-up anyway. No real point of trying to take gunfights when you know Renegades already have their economy fairly established. I mean, look at Gratisfaction. He's on $8,000 with an AWP. So 8-1 up for Renegades. Certainly not the stomp that we were expecting. Do mousesports have anything left for us?
Well, Renegades, I was painting this one up to be a story, you know, a chance for redemption, revenge up on this stage. You know, they got knocked out by mousesports back in Sydney in front of the home crowd. Now here in Denmark, they're looking to bring the heat, and they're looking to make an example of this mousesports. That's what they're doing right now. They're 8-1 up. They're having a fantastic time of things, and they haven't even had to really break a sweat yet. You think about that one round that mousesports win, and since then, none of the rounds have even been close.
You can tell the Aussies are winning, Harry. This game is looking upside down right now. mousesports, they need a response. Already Chris J getting picked through the smoke. And mousesports, now they'll gamble. This time it's on B, but unfortunately they are not getting the luck of the draw. Azza finds another kill. Jacob going to run past Sunny, and that's when he can finally strike, but there's still two more Ts out of here. They're not going to commit to B. They're not going to hunt for the trade. They will find some free damage on Sunny, and he'll just fall back. But still with Renegades, somewhat convinced to hit this B bomb site after this exchange. And dear, oh dear, mousesports gambling again, Harry. They've rotated off of B after that 2-for-1, and if Renegades walk into this, it could be another mare.
Yeah, these weapons have been retrieved. They have been picked up by mousesports. Oscar's going to start to probe into the A main. Going on the hunt. Won't spot anyone just yet, but the risky run is maybe you overrate it. Maybe you think, you know, Oscar's up in main. It's going to be a play towards his B bomb site, but they haven't decided that. Instead, Sunny is here. He is aware that there are players on highway. That smoke falling into Z gives that up. So now Sunny suspects he was the hero in the round the mousesports are able to get under their belt. It was his play through that smoke in main that cemented a round. There's no smokes this time. Instead, just Sunny. And he's going to get dropped at the first hurdle. Now Oscar on this flank in through the main position. That's the bomb dropped once again. And Liaz trying to trade things out. They know where Oscar is, but he's been allowed to retrieve an AWP. And you do not want to face this man when he's holding the big green gun. He feels very comfortable with it. 10 seconds on the clock, and Oscar trying to land something through the smoke, but JKS and Azza, two of the vintage boys, finding all the frags in that round, 9-1. mousesports still not really in with the chance. They do manage to get a buy-in here at the very least.
And Liaz just hopping in through the smoke to grab the bomb, just jumping in the air, trying to remain mobile to stop Oscar from getting that kill. And here are those first two picks from Renegades down on B. I mean, talk about getting unlucky for mousesports. Two spams through the smoke, two early advantages in a round that definitely couldn't have fallen apart without those frags. 9-1 here. mousesports no AWP, but they will bring the heat. The aggression up into main, getting themselves a kill, but Gratisfaction so quick with the trade. Sunny's even getting wallbanged in the meantime. Renegades doing a lot of early damage, and a lot of utility has been afforded from mousesports to get into this position. Talking of that, Azza's flanked up through mid, and he's found a double. The trades are too slow for mousesports, and just like that, it's a 2-on-4.
Chris J and Sunny left standing, and they do not have a lot to work with. Chris J, oh, they're coming his way, and they're going to start to push on into him. He is going to get caught and finished off, and Sunny on 4 HP, as good as he's been, and as much as we've kind of asked him to have to step up, there's no way he managed to find anything here. It's a 10-1 in favor of the Renegades. It's all fallen apart for mousesports.
It really has. I mean, I don't know what's happening here. It seems like even with the aggro main pushes, they're going 1-for-1. They're, you know, we're not seeing too much from them in terms of aggression on the CT side. We've seen a couple of eco rounds where they've gamble stacked or pushed up on bomb sites, but Renegades are just running such a slow default every single rifle round that they're catching out this from time to time.
I think it's important to take a look as well. You look at this Renegades setup and how they've been playing things, right? You notice Jacob goes down because of that early A main aggression from mousesports, but it's instantly traded. Gratisfaction was stood right there, primed, ready to go, locked and loaded. Instantly brings it back to a 4-on-4. And then Azza obviously making a big play down in mid, able to just really be the man to cement that round. But no such story for mousesports, right? The trades haven't been there. They've been going unpunished. That round, they try and trade onto Azza, but the timing's completely off, and they just dry peek into it one at a time, hand those frags over to him.
Off the top of my head, there's only 2 rounds where mousesports have had like a serious amount of advantage for a serious amount of time without getting traded from Renegades. One of them was the round, obviously, that they won with Oscar getting the first pick and Sunny pushing in main. But the other one was when we had that 5-on-3 retake for mousesports. 2 picks, a bomb down for Renegades. That is your perfect situation as a CT side. You should be winning that every single time, but Renegades able to convert it. And it is the new boys on the block making it work, Harry. It is that Corsair of Gratisfaction and Liaz, the more inexperienced players with this Renegades, really dragging them through. Az has had some big rounds as well, recently taking up that in-game leader role, and boy, is it paying off for them. 10-1. mousesports looks of defeat on their faces, but they've got to turn it around. However, this probably won't be it. It's pistols again. It's that 1 M4 on Sunny, and it's a potential 11th round for Renegades.
Yeah, I mean, for mousesports, you're already staring down the barrel of, you know, what feels like defeat at this point in time. You really aren't having a great half. You haven't had those big individual performances like Renegades have had. And in this round, the pressure's well and truly onto Sunny. Does have that M4, as he pointed out. He has been someone who has been finding frags for this roster. So if there ever was a man for the job, it's going to be him. Chris J in through mid, going to tag up Azza. He's not too keen on going back and refacing that anytime soon, so he will just concede that portion of the ground. Chris J leaving middle, making that decision to fall into the vents and hold the closer angle. He does have that PT-50. It is a one-shot headshot up close, so he can look to do the damage there. Renegades not really being pressured anywhere else. Do still have the freedom to move around this map and make their mind up. 50 seconds, so they still have a decent bit of time left to work with. And it looks like now they're going to try and focus their attention into middle. It's Chris J up in the vents and Oscar down on the highway here to try and hold it back.
Yeah, but Gratisfaction's already found that first pick. The USB player, Oscar, dead. Nice shot from Chris J. That's going to be somewhat of a defense towards his B site, but Renegades are doubling back. 25 seconds on the clock as they look towards A, and now Rops, he's got to be the man to step up. If there was a player to try and save mousesports in this position, it has to be him, but he can't land a shot, eventually converting the kill, but that just can't be enough for mousesports. Surely Gratisfaction is just keeping them out of the bomb site with that AWP, and Stiko's been pushed back by the Molotov. This has just gone awfully for mousesports once again. 11 rounds for Renegades unless Stiko has a trick up his sleeve, but the Magicians are on the T side right now. Another triple for Gratisfaction and another round for Renegades.
I tell you what, the Aussies might have struggled with the war on emus, but the Warview, these mice men, it's no such issue. They are just decimating them. 11-1, and it's been no contest. The Renegades, they've been in control throughout. That round there, I mean, Rob's very uncharacteristic to see that man have such a hard time hitting what feels like such an easy shot. But, you know, when you are feeling the pressure, when you are this far behind, that is when you're going to start to get in your own head. They do have the buy here at the very least, and this time maybe a bit of a change. Chris J peeking early on over towards his B-bomb site, trying to find something on his aggression. He's going to get forced back. 3 players here for Renegades. They're keeping an eye on this. They're very aware that mousesports have been trying to throw in this aggro towards B in these last few rifle rounds when they have had the weapons to do so. There's a gap in this smoke. Chris J, he'll oblige by creeping on through. Flashes go round, and that's perfect. Gratisfaction there to shut him down, and now man advantage taken once again for the boys.
That was really nice from Renegades. They throw a molly behind Chris, so that forces him forward to take the fight. And then they just flash around the corner while he tries to retreat after the molly. And shot in the back. Another pick for Renegades, another opening kill from Gratisfaction. What can you do? Stiko, he's got to show us something here up in the vents, and Sunny's moved himself over to the site as well. But you can see Renegades are still keeping their players around the map. They've got mid-control almost taken. Jacob going to be going over that boost, but he needs to watch for Rops below. Oscar also supporting. We still have that vent split. 44 seconds. Renegades looking unsure as of right now. Oscar, he's going to show his face in middle, but Renegades, they need to speed up.
Yeah, and this time Rops, has been able to claim himself a frag. Jacob looking for the trade, and he's going to go and clear out all these angles down in mid. Then there's Oscar answering back with one more, and we're into a 3-on-3. A chance for mousesports to try and find themselves a second as the Renegades home their sights toward this B-bomb site, and it's Stiko tucked away, hidden in his little cubby that could shut this whole round down, and they go walking by him, but a missed spray, and Gratisfaction's quick on the trigger. So now it is just Sunny and Oscar left standing. This bomb has to go down. And Gratisfaction, the man to plug in those digits, will make it so. These two have they've been the only 2 players really worth mentioning here on this mousesports roster in this game thus far. Do they have what it takes? Again, they're already looking hesitant.
Again, another blown situation from mousesports, coming down to just individuals more than anything. They get a great position with 20 seconds for Renegades to get to B, 3-on-3. And Stiko missing a shot, much like Rops did on the A side just the round prior. This is just turning into a dire game for mousesports. Sunny going to give it his best go. He does manage to find a kill and the AWP. Oscar finishing off Gratisfaction, but this will not be conclusive to a round here for mousesports. Jacob knows it. He's on the run. And Renegades are on the board again, 12-1. What can mousesports do, Harry? It seems like nothing against these Australians.
Well, you know, if there ever was a silver lining to take out of that round, toward the end, they do find the majority of the kills. I mean, I guess maybe that could be a bit of a confidence booster at the same time. You know that upon realizing hopping into that site, most of those players were tagged low. It would have been maybe a bit of an easier time than you'd initially anticipated. I think, that's quite telling, in all honesty, the kind of headspace that mousesports are in right now. The fact that they made that decision not to go for the retake. You can see Oscar head in his hands. He's really not having a great time of things right now.
And the man on your screen, Kassar, what a comeback story for him as well. He left this team a while ago. He goes to Europe to try and help the likes of Valiance, but clearly wasn't happy with how that team worked out. Came back to the Renegades. The first time we saw him this year was back at Star Series when they recently pulled in the 2 new additions to this roster. And with Azza on the IGL role, also fragging very heavily with the Young Gun or Gratis faction being able to show his worth here. Kassar is leading this team to a victory. Renegades are 12-1 up. mousesports, this is the time. This is, if they get 3 rounds, it's still salvageable somewhat. But if we go 14-1, there's no way in hell mousesports are going to pull this game back. And already Renegades creeping up into A. There's only Sunny here. Oscar's not even close by with the AWP, and that's been really the only round that mousesports even won was when Oscar was here with the AWP. Sunny's going to have to go absolutely huge if he doesn't have a rotation in time, but Oscar beginning to creep up that catwalk, creep up towards EA site as Renegades go for the execute.
And Oscar back on this position on the highway. JKS able to open things up as they try to boost Rops over down in mid. Now there's Oscar peeking over from his watchtower. They lose Sunny. They've lost Oscar. And it's only Stiko and Chris J left standing. Renegades dominant as ever as they swing on in. And they're able to find almost everybody. Only Stiko here causing a bit of nuisance. Over towards the forklift. But he needs to be more than just an annoyance. He needs to be the man to try and open this round up. He does have Chris J now at the truck. They are starting to peek into this, and Jacob kind of get tagged up. Stiko finds one more. Chance for Chris J here, but that time is working against him. He has to pick up the pace. Does manage to retrieve the kit from Stiko's body. The missed shot, JKS able to peek wide, 13-1. Renegades, this isn't just revenge from Sydney. This is... They are laying waste to mousesports. They're making a mockery of them up on this stage.
They're putting them in a barrel, Harry, and sending them home. mousesports, I mean, you could see Chris, in a nearly undoable clutch in a 1-on-2 with 10 seconds left. He finds a kit, he goes for it, but that's only optimism. That's only knowing that he needs anything he can get on this half. And now mousesports, they don't have a thing. They've got rifles, no utility behind it, no AWP, and that's really been the only saving grace at these very dark points that mousesports have had this half. No kit either, but I feel like if we get into a post-plant, that won't make a difference. We've got Renegades 13-1 up. And again, the slow default. This must be infuriating to play against if you're mousesports. It's so hard to peer up anywhere in the map and play this aggressive CT style that mousesports have been showing this tournament. The get in your face Counter-Strike. And every time they do, Renegades are holding on the other side.
But that's one of the things I think we have to give credit to this Renegades roster for right now. They're doing such a good job of not overextending, not getting too ahead of themselves, right? They know this isn't over till it's over, and they're playing a very methodical, very reserved style of Counter-Strike. They're not doing anything risky. Despite the fact they've been winning all these opening fights, they've been able to win the one-on-ones. I mean, hell, they've been able to win every fight, it feels like. But we're not seeing them play up to that. They're staying in their own lane, they're playing their game. They're not giving any silly advantages back to mousesports. And once again, Gratis faction, he's been the real key. He's been the real star in this match, at top of the board for the Renegades roster. JKS, he's been this pillar of consistency, the man at the top of the board usually. He's picked up a quick double over here at B, and it looks like Renegades might be about to 14-1 at this half. Sunny trying to do what he can. JKS, they run into each other. So close, but not close enough.
And Sunny's actually just lost the position there. He had the B site under control somewhat, and then goes into the CT spawn only to get re-smoked. And of course, Renegades get the smoke shot. They'll finish off the half 14-1. I mean, so many ridiculous, unfortunate kills there for mousesports, but you can't take it away from the Renegades. They have played lights out Counter-Strike, making sure every box is checked. And now they just have 2 rounds standing in way of map number 1 here at the quarterfinals.
Yeah, Renegades, they're trying to bring some order to Aussie CS. They're not looking to be the dark sheep, or the dark horse. They're looking to be the greyhound. The Renegades doing a fantastic job of stepping up here on the stage, out for revenge, out for redemption, and showing with this new look Renegades roster, they do have what it takes. The question now becomes for mousesports, do they stand any chance of finding anything in this second half, or will this be The complete and utter annihilation here in map number 1. Cash, obviously the map pick of the Renegades. What a confidence booster this is heading into the rest of this series. Let's take a look at the scores on the doors. Grassfaction, 100.4 ADR, 16 and 6 leading the charge. JKS and Azza just behind. And over on the side of Mouse, that is a dismal sight indeed. You might notice one man that really has been struggling, Chris J, currently sitting bottom of the board, just 2 frags to his name. And you think back to some of the highlights that we've seen from this man this year. You know, one of the best clips on Mirage, that 1v5. Where's that? That's what we need to see. That's the man we need to see up on this stage.
Well, look at the pace mousesports are bringing to this pistol. They want to reset. They want to turn things over and start a new page of this book. Straight into the B-bomb site where only JKS sits, and he's going to need to hold this down with no support from his team. No utility flying in. JKS missing the early shot, and that's Sunny finding the frag. Finally, mousesports in a position to power. The bomb can go down in a 5-on-4. Renegades, they have the kit. They will be going for it, but let's see what happens.
Oh. Gratisfaction showing up, finds that first man. Oh, and a second. Look at him go. He's going to go ahead and haul Renegades back into this round. Now there's a real chance. And Sunny holding close, will be in with the response, but Jacob and Liaz instantly there, instantly in with the reply. Chris J, clutch Molotov throwing on in, but they're already on the defuse. They've got this regardless of that molly. Renegades 15-1. Pistol round locked on in.
And what a round from Gratisfaction. 2 crucial headshots, getting them back from the disadvantage. And as you said, sticking that bomb in the Molotov. The balls of steel. What do you even say if you're mousesports? What can you do here? There wasn't even a smoke on the Renegades guys for that retake. And Sunny, again, he tries his best here. It's not going to be enough. It has just been Sunny and Oscar, it feels, at these points for mousesports. This is unbelievable. But now we head into what could be the final round of this map. mousesports do have rifles to play with. That bomb plant giving a little bit of extra cash, but they are going to need more than guns just to get ahead. Jacob's already picked of Oscar, and he's dead.
At least you can take a little bit of solace if you are mousesports that you were able to get that bomb down. You have a bit of investment, but oh my goodness, it doesn't seem to matter anyway. Jacob opening up with 2. They do manage to get Azza as a bit of a consolation, but man advantage still in favor of the Renegade squad. mousesports looking a bit confused, a bit stunned as to how to play this one out. And now the question becomes, where do they hedge their bets? Because on the CT side, every gamble they took, every kind of stack, every gut feeling they had seemed to be wrong. But, oh, Sunny.
See ya.
Able to, find the equalizer. So now we're into a 3-on-3. Maybe there's still a shot for mousesports to go ahead, dig deep, find themselves a second.
That sucks for Gratisfaction, but still a 3-on-3, still doable for Renegades. Not that they're really in a rush. They've got all day. They've got a 14-round lead. mousesports are going to creep on back towards that B site, but remember that push up from Jacob. That's now really coming into play. He's going aggressive. He's found Stika. Rops is going to get the trade, and with 30 seconds left, mousesports are very clear in their plan. Sunny going to pick up the utility from the body, and already Rops is trying to work into this site. He doesn't know it's clear. If only he did, because Renegades are being given ample time to rotate into position. That's going to make things even more difficult, because Liaz has that cross. Nice jump over from Rops. He'll dodge that. Doesn't want to take the fight. He needs the plant. 10 seconds as that bomb goes down. But no kid on these Renegades as a retake gets called.
And here we go, the new boy on the block alongside JKS. Seasoned veteran inside of this Renegade squad. Rops and Sunny left standing for mousesports, and that bomb ticking down. Renegades on the clock. No kit either, important to note. So as they start to push on in, they have to keep things fast. They have to keep things fluid. And there's Liaz. It all falls onto Sunny. A critical 1v2. If he loses this, mousesports, they lose this first map. It's down to the 1v1. And JKS tapping on the bomb, trying to draw the peek out from Sunny. He spots him, but JKS able to pick up the kill. No kit. Does mean the mousesports managed to stay alive for the time being. A second round picked up. But it is still a very, very long road till Renegades even have to start breaking a sweat.
Yeah, I know this is mousesports, and mousesports do have a history of either throwing away massive advantages or clawing back from massive disadvantages. But this, I mean, this is just surely too much to ask for. One big play from Renegades, one mistake from mousesports, and they are back with a victory in this first map.
Into this round, they've gone for the force. They've tried to take the fight early on up against the mousesports boys. JKS gonna get thrown up into the boost. Sunny is keeping an eye on it. JKS just bides his time. Not gonna propel himself into the crosshair of Sunny just yet. Not gonna feed the beast that awaits them on the other side of this boost. And mousesports, they look very concerned all across the map right now, just waiting to see if Renegades do try any of this early aggression. You can see you have Rops keeping an eye on B, making sure that no one maybe gets a bit overzealous there. You have a man up in Squeaky as well. The rest of the guys concentrating their efforts over here in mid. And main, who wins this one? JKS v Sunny, clash of the titans, and JKS, he comes out on top.
Yeah, with the A4 as well, that one rifle that needed to get a kill here for Renegades, it needs to show up. Unfortunately picked apart by Rops in mid, and that leaves the gun out in no man's land, deep in the trenches. Renegades now have to dig deep with these pistols and try and find an upset round, but they've done damage to Rops. They've opened up a window of opportunity, but mousesports looking to close it shut. They try and open up the A-bomb site. No utility on the cross. They'd rather take the gunfights. They don't want Renegades pushing in through smokes, and that is fair enough. 30 seconds left. This bomb already made its way to the plant, and Oscar catching these kills on the rotate. Nice and clean for mousesports. They will be low on 3 or 4 players, but they still get their third round. They still deal with the problem at hand. This is going to put Renegades on eco, and mousesports, you would think, should have a 4-15 in just a couple of rounds.
But I can't stress this enough. I mean, you know, even if they are finding these now, that's all well and good, right? You can make it closer, you make it look more respectful, but it's going to require some absolutely insane counter-strike from these mousesports guys if they do want to build back into this game. Renegade's already sitting on that finish line. All that's left is to cross it here in map number 1. Jacob, he hears all these footsteps. He's going to go to shut down this first man. He's looking to make this expensive. Oh, they go running into him. Jacob, he's taking away everything. They do manage to shut him down. Only one man surviving. That's Stiko. And he's laid waste to this T-side economy. They can barely even afford to buy themselves into this round.
That is a huge play from Jacob, maybe not affecting the round outcome, but more so the future of mousesports. And right now, Harry, with this scoreline, it's not looking like there's much future for mousesports, at least in this map. That being said, Renegades won't capitalize off the back of this economical damage. They'd rather go for the flat eco. So we still have pistols coming into this one, giving mousesports the leeway, giving them the respect, and you definitely should. Renegades should not underestimate mousesports' ability to claw this game back. As tough as it is looking,
but I mean, that's where I think it's important to speak about the role of the coach, the man standing behind the Renegades players up on stage, Kassad, right? He was such a driving force. He's always had that kind of ability to keep this team cool, keep this team calm. You think about the first event when he had left the roster and they didn't have him there anymore. Suddenly all that pressure fell onto Nifty, Azza, you know, the more veteran players within the team to try and recover from situations, right, where teams did start to make those comebacks happen. But now they do have him back. They do have that voice of reason, that man who can calm them down. This round will be going the way of mousesports. They will be picking up a 4th. Azza with just this USP, not long for this world. But a buy on the horizon for the Renegades means the easy streak officially comes to an end now, mousesports. They're going to have to go toe-to-toe versus the Rifles, versus the Orpon Gratis faction. Let's see if they have what it takes.
yeah, there's no AWP here for Oscar either. Chris J using the Krieg, he does love that weapon, but obviously free upgrades for mousesports if they do win the round. If they lose, well, not quite the same story. Renegades, armed to the teeth, but no kit to play with. Do keep that in mind if it comes down to another one of these post plants, as that makes things very, very difficult. Boost up in the vents, this could be well timed. We haven't seen Renegades employ this just yet, but mousesports are not keen to pressure middle. They have got a man up on the boost already. Flash over the top, and there it is, straight into the hands of JKS. Free kill for him. Attempted trade, but maybe an early peek from Sunny, because that smoke hadn't fully faded to allow Chris J to peek out and get that refrag. That's going to leave mousesports in a very awkward situation. A man down, and no way to rectify that. Renegades already starting to shuffle back towards the exterior of the bomb site, not wanting to force gunfights here, but Jacob, he's going to hit that drop. He knows Chris J's down in the checker's room. He's just got to get the timing. Chris J's not watching this, and Jacob is just waiting for this man to walk into his crosshair.
Yeah, Chris J's in checkers, but Jacob's playing chess. That bomb Starting this rotation round, they thought maybe they'd found some comfort in that B bomb side, but no, they'd found Jacob, and that's not what you want to see. So now for mousesports, it's back to the drawing board, it's back towards this A bomb site, and the pressure's on. They've got to try and make the play happen. This could be the last round here in map number 1, and Gratisfaction looking to try and make it so. Picks up 2, picks up 3. Gratisfaction, the new boy on the block, going to be locking in a very dominant victory indeed, 16-4. As Renegades, they make a mockery of mousesports.
Yeah, no one could have predicted that one coming into today. Even if you think Renegades are going to win in such a dominant fashion, just shows the level of improvement this team is facing. 21 kills from Gratisfaction at the end of the game in just 20 rounds, Harry. And now, this is going to really set up a best of 3 for an exciting one.
Yeah, let's not paint too dismal a picture. mousesports going to have some time now to go backstage, dig deep, try and get ready, try and get their heads in the game. They need to bounce back. For us, they will be going home because Renegades sitting 1-0 up in this series. A confidence booster for the Aussies. For mousesports, we need to see some serious recovery indeed.
That being said, Mirage going to be that next follow-up map here, and we know how good mousesports have been on that map in the past, so do not count them out. We are going to be seeing mousesports give their best as we head into map number 2 in just a moment.